Right now at 5, we begin with a look at the damage residents across southeast Wisconsin will be waking up to this morning. Take a look. The pictures you see here were taken by our crew near Aldrich and Lincoln in Milwaukee's Bay neighborhood. Around 7:30 last night, you can see a large tree uprooted from the ground and in the middle of the street there.
Well, this morning we have live team coverage from the hardest hit areas. Adriana Mendez is back with us here, and she's tracking any traffic issues you may have on your commute. And Andrea Albers is in West Bend this morning, where she's checking out some damage reports. But first, let's begin with Brian Niznansky. He's live with the storm chaser in Bayview, where residents will be waking up to some damage. Good morning, Brian.
Yeah, good morning, Tom. I think once we start to get some daylight, we're going to be able to assess how many trees are down here a little bit more in Bayview. I did a little drive through this neighborhood that's just south of East Bay Street, and there are some roads that are blocked with these trees that have been toppled here in Bayview. Behind me, you can see a tree, pretty large tree on East Bay Street that snapped here from the west to the east. This was all straight line winds. This wasn't tornado damage. And then we have another tree here that's been snapped too. This one pretty much halfway through. So again, we're looking at quite a bit of tree damage here in Bayview. Again, winds probably 60 to maybe 65 miles per hour with this. All right, let's take a look at some of the storm reports here. And what you're going to see again with the storm reports this morning is pretty widespread damage throughout southeastern Wisconsin. This wasn't an isolated event. There was quite a large area that experienced winds over 60 miles per hour. We have Andrea Albers that is up in West Bend this morning. We have numerous reports of tree damage there in the West Bend area, and then right here in Milwaukee County, and also some pretty good damage that's out towards Tosa, the Washington Heights area. There's some large old trees in that neighborhood that have been toppled as well. All right, currently this morning in Milwaukee, we have a temperature of 52 degrees. It's breezy, it's chilly this morning. Temperatures throughout southeastern Wisconsin, some 40s inland, some lower 50s near Lake Michigan. The wind chill down to 40 in Waukesha. Yeah, the wind chill map is back. This morning, right now, we are dry in the Storm 4 Max radar, but we will keep an eye on a couple little showers that could wrap around an area of low pressure to the northeast of us. So a slight chance of showers this afternoon, highs in the lower 60s. Adriana, any issues with traffic this morning?
Well, Brian, we are seeing multiple trees down. He reported throughout multiple neighborhoods. Brian mentioned that damage widespread throughout Milwaukee County and other surrounding counties as well. So where we are seeing reports of downed trees are the New Berlin, Bayview, West Bend, and Milwaukee County areas. So just keep in mind as you are traveling out the door this morning, you might run into an area that has a downed tree or a downed power line. Remember, if you do see a downed power line, to stay away from that power line and always assume that line is charged. But right now this morning, everything out on the interstate system looks good. We're not seeing any issues out on the interstate system. It's just those secondary roadways where you might run into a downed tree or a downed power line due to that storm damage. So take it easy, take it slow as you are traveling out the door this morning. I'll be tracking to see if there are any other issues this morning, and I'll let you know if we see any other reports as far as downed trees out there this morning. But take it slow and easy for your morning commute. As of right now, no issues. Simone and Tom out on the interstate system.
Yeah, because it's still dark, right? So you still may not be able to tell, if a tree is down, if some of those limbs are down. So that is correct, Adriana. We appreciate you this morning. Well, as we mentioned, we are talking all things storm damage this morning. We are also hearing about storm damage to the north of the Milwaukee metro area.
Yeah, let's check in with Andrea Albers. She's live in West Bend this morning to see some of that damage for herself. Andrea, what'd you find?
Hey, good morning, Tom and Simone. I'm at the corner of Maple Street and 7th Avenue this morning. It is dark, but as we drove through the city, we did see some storm damage, and we're standing next to some of the most shocking storm damage this morning. A huge tree toppled over here at the corner. You can see some damage to the home behind me. It looks like it hit the corner here, perhaps part of this porch. And as the sun comes up this morning, we'll be able to see more and tell you more about the damage we are seeing. But as I drove in, I can tell you this damage is pretty spotty. It's not widespread throughout the city, at least the route that we came in on. Lots of branches in the street, leaves, but not a lot of the extreme damage like we see here on this front lawn. I did talk to West Bend police this morning. They say that they did get a few reports of trees down across the area last night, but it happened early enough that the Parks Department was able to come out and start clearing and cleaning things up right away. As you can see, this large tree has already been cut up, and some cleanup, it appears, did happen sometime last night. Now, we are going to put a number up here on the screen. If you're in the West Bend area and you come across a tree blocking a street or a downed power line, police want you to call them and let them know about it. According to initial storm damage reports from the National Weather Service, there are a number of trees that are down and blocking roads across northern and central Washington County this morning. And again, we're here live in West Bend at the corner of Maple Street and 7th Avenue. As the sun rises over the city, we'll be checking out other areas of reported damage and telling you what we're seeing and what homeowners are going to encounter this morning in West Bend. So for now, reporting live in West Bend, Andrea Albers, TMJ4 News.
Yeah, all over the area, all the way up in West Bend, down here in Bayview. So, all right, Andrea, thanks so much.
We want to take a live look at the We Energies map right now. As of right now, almost 900 customers are out of power. We Energies says they are working to restore power for those customers.